and welcome back to a brand new episode of This Week in Disney History. We're here finally at Cinderella's Castle. We have a great one for you this week. I guarantee you that you will learn something today. Now we're going to kick it back over to Milo Beasley in the studio. Milo? Thanks for that introduction, me. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into This Week in Disney History. Logo appears. Crowd erupts in applause. We left off on July 11th, of course. It's the opening day for Magic Kingdom and Disney's Animal Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort. So we're going to start with July 12th. I think that's the next day on a calendar. July 12th, 1989. Star Tours debuts at the Tokyo Disneyland Resort. I mean, I couldn't think of a better person to take their attraction all over the world other than C-3PO. I mean, he speaks like 10,000 languages, so who better? Moving on to July 13th. There's a ton of things on July 13th, including the wedding of Walt Disney and his bride, Lillian. I wasn't invited, but I did get you a gift. This video. Moving on. July 13th, 1992, Jim Henson and the Walt Disney World Company come to an agreement to distribute and be able to use other Jim Henson properties such as Fraggle Rock and the Muppets all over the place. So thank you. It's really cool. I like it. I dig it. I'm just trying to get through this fast, and now I'm stalling. I don't know why. July 13th, 2006, Hong Kong Disneyland opens 3 new attractions, including Autopia, Stitch's Encounter, and the UFO Zone, all at Hong Kong Disneyland. I still haven't been there yet, so I don't have any pictures to show you. Yay, no pictures. Moving on to July 14th, 1975, the Walt Disney World Company announces a brand new theme park in the swamps of Florida, the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, Epcot. Hello, woo, Epcot, we're there, yay. I mean, we're not there yet. I'll be there this week. Probably, I may, depending on when you're watching this, I may already be there. I may be there right now. July 14th, 2010. It's cool, nobody watches this. Speaking of something nobody watched, The Sorcerer's Apprentice comes out this day in 2010. Sorry. Also on this day in 2017, my very first D23 Expo in Anaheim. Here's some really cool pictures. I did some of the talks. I met some of the celebrities that were there. I stood in a lot of lines, and I spent a ton of money on merchandise. But there's so many really cool exhibits. If you get a chance to go to D23, if you haven't yet, you need to make a bucket list item, but make sure that I am able to buy my tickets before you. I mean, I like it. July 15th, or midway through the week, 1975, construction begins on Space Mountain at the Disneyland Park. Of course, this attraction would not open until October of 1977, which just goes to show you that, yeah, construction took 2 years even back then. July 15th, 1994. What is he doing? Angels in the Outfield, starring Christopher Lloyd, of course, as Al, hits theaters. I loved Angels in the Outfield. It's on the Disney Plus too. July 15th still, 1995, the Wedding Pavilion opens at the Grand Floridian at the Walt Disney World Resort. I have nothing else to say about this. 1998, this day, the Disney Magic arrives finally in Port Canaveral ahead of its inaugural sailing. So it arrives on Port Canaveral for the very first time, and I can't wait to go back on the Magic and the Wonder and the Dream and the Fantasy, and then eventually the Wish, and then the other one that's unnamed, and then the other one that's unnamed. I just want to go on another cruise. They're awesome. Look, it's me having fun on a cruise. It's another bucket list item. Go on a Disney cruise, please. July 15th, 2011, Winnie the Pooh makes its way to theater near you. this was actually a really cool, like, I wasn't expecting to like this version of it, but it's Winnie the Pooh, so how could you not like it, right? July 16th, 1993. Let me reiterate that because you are not going to believe me. July 16th, 1993. Hocus Pocus makes its way to theaters. And I know what you're saying. It's a Halloween movie. What's it doing opening in July? It's just prepping you because I believe July is now when not so scary Halloween parties start. So, hey, 1993, they were really ahead of their time. I miss everything, bro. You're like, oh, me too. So here we are, July 17th, 1955. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Disneyland Park opens. Everyone's like, yay! Like the concrete was still wet. Like ladies' high heel shoes were still being stuck in the cement because the cement was still wet from not being able to dry because they just laid it down like that week. So, but yeah, cool. I was there for Disneyland's 60th. I absolutely love Disneyland. I love it more than Walt Disney World, but don't tell Walt Disney World because I'll be going there all this week. July 17th, 1992, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids arrives at a theater near you. Also, this date, July 17th, 1996, Planet Hollywood opens at the Disney Village at Disneyland Paris. If you've been to Disneyland Paris, you know it's one of the, like, they kept the ball thing, unlike the Disney Springs here at the Walt Disney World. July 17th, 2005. Disneyland, Walt Disney World, basically every single theme park celebrates the 50th anniversary of Disneyland Park as part of the happiest celebration on Earth. Earlier in the year, May 5th, Walt Disney World opened up 4 new attractions. Every single theme park opened up some sort of new attraction celebrating the 50th anniversary of Disneyland Park. Yay! I was there. I have a pin that says I was there. And then July 17th, 2015, just 5 years ago, Ant-Man, one of the most underrated MCU movies, makes its way to theaters. Here we are, July 18th. Disneyland opens, yay! But you're like, hey man, you just said Disneyland opens and now you're like, hey, Disneyland opens. Yes, hey, I want to teach you something here real quick. While July 17th is the official opening day of Disneyland, July 18th was the grand opening for the general public. So the picture that you see with Walt and the 2 kids, and everyone lined up, that was July 18th. So July 17th was actually family, friends, media, mostly media, 28,000 invited guests of Walt Disney. But July 18th was the very first day that a park ticket was issued at Disneyland Park. Yay, we learned something. And then finally, oh boy, touchy subject here, July 18th, 1989. Splash Mountain debuts at Disneyland Park. Of course, I don't need to tell you what's happening with Splash Mountain. You've seen the internets, you've seen the Diz Twits. And speaking of the Diz Twits, it would be cool if you told everybody on the Diz Twits about this show. So if you could subscribe, follow, like, share This Week in Disney History, I would be super appreciative. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something this week. And there's no fast passes, so I gotta